So this is a poem I finished recently. Haven't read it to anyone yet. It's called The Bluest Ribbon. Have Trigger will travel to a reverie where the gun becomes a hologram and the letters on your birth certificate turn to Klingon. To contemplate or dissociate, that is the question, but often one will lead to the other. He could sit anywhere for hours. His mind is a gourd he's been fattening up until the very last minute for the very bluest ribbon. But there's always next year anyway, and by that time I'm sure he'll see the gourd as something shriveled and rotten, for this is how he sees all things that are a little past their prime. But what if its prime is when it's fermented like grapes, beyond ripe and ready to be swallowed, the parameters of ecstasy, and if it's not ecstasy, I don't swallow. This is why I'm always waiting around, even when they think I'm working. I'm waiting for a fire alarm. I'm waiting for this company to be swallowed whole by its parents, and for me to be set free into the prairie like a fully repaired dove. I'm tired of the force that balance requires. I would let ecstasy consume me if there weren't so many arms putting stops to my momentum. For we are not of these bricks, these banks, or even these stars. Distant ancestors have forgotten us. Now we are free to indulge our cosmic cravings. How are you spending these golden years, these shining hours? Is your obsession with perfect health really a sign of respect, or more of a cowardly spurn to life's generous invitation? Is it that you're living every day like it was your last, or more that you're trying to never die? Truly, unironically, I wish you the best of luck with that. As for the rest of us, chaka 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 chaka! A midlife crisis is just the hangover from those first few decades. A good sandwich and a vitamin water, some records you haven't spun since you were hungry, maybe a drive up north in the sunny fall, you'll feel better in no time. It is your beautiful house, and she is your beautiful wife. Just take what you paid for already. Maybe the buyer's remorse will subside once you finally bring up the toys from the basement and take them out of the box. How often it is, I wonder, with which upper or downer it is exactly, that people plunge through so many weeks of empty moments. I would say blank stare at the ready, but we don't even know when we're doing it. We only realize when someone else checks in, nudges our shoulder, and for some reason asks, "Are you okay?" Like we were a box elder bug and they were pushing us back into the little bottle cap pool they made for us, or for their amusement. Sorry for staring blankly, there are just so many things to look at. I mean, what a fantastic planet where I don't even know the Latin names of all the plant species around me, where adults eat hatchlings because they're easier to catch. You know, I don't even think it's that it's a planet. I think this Seussical tripscape where we put down our roots is the universe, and you would need at least $1 billion to prove me wrong. So chances are I'm right, and now you can stop pretending like you're Buzz Lightyear. See, it's not that my head's in the clouds, but more that I don't have $1 billion to travel to those clouds to do proper research on my subject of study. Without funding, we artists are forced to speculate, and then you criticize that very art as if it's lacking. When I make a rollie from the smallest crumbs left in the bag, I can see how differently it burns from the ones full of larger pieces. How one side of the cigarette takes forever to burn, and the other is whisked away like paper, depending on where within the cigarette those tiny crumbs were most tightly packed. Ferociously uneven like a burning building. I guess the burning building is my lungs, but I don't have to guess. And you know, I'm grateful for all the things I don't have to guess. I hate wondering when it's not of my own volition. I'm grateful that I know I'll always have to wait to turn left onto Snelling. It gives me a second to light my cigarette. I'm grateful I don't have to guess about where my bed will be in the morning, or about if my eyes will be in the same place on my body when I wake up. And I'm grateful I don't have to guess if this all will ever come to an end. If a poem like this went on forever, you wouldn't finish reading it. Not because you'd die first, but because you'd get bored. Thank you.